upon a time, there were an old man and an old woman, and all they had in the world was one cat and one rooster. Well, they didn't get on. "Husband, we're poor. You never bring enough." "I'm leaving," said the wife. She took the cat and went off. Well, she was all right, because the cat would catch small birds, and she would roast those small birds and eat them, so she wasn't hungry. But the old man was so poor, and he had nothing to eat, because you know roosters, they don't lay eggs, do they? They're male. Oh, he got hungrier and hungrier and hungrier, until one day he looked at the rooster and he said, "I'm sorry, rooster, I'm going to have to eat you. But I'll only eat you half at a time." So he chopped the rooster in half, and he roasted half the rooster, and the other half of the rooster thought, "I'm not staying round here. I'm going to go and find my way in the world." So the half rooster, who in Albanian is called Jusamajeli. That's how you say half rooster in Albanian. Jusamajeli, he hopped off, because he only had one leg, along the way, until he came to a pond. And sitting in that pond was a ribbit. "Where are you going?" "I'm making my way in the world." "Take me with you all the way, and I will help you night and day." "Jusamajeli, jump in my belly." And that frog hopped into the half rooster's belly, and along the way he hopped until he came to a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed fox. "Where are you going?" "I'm making my way in the world." "Take me with you all the way, and I will help you night and day." "Jusamajeli, jump in my belly." And that fox leapt into the half rooster's belly, and along the way he hopped until he came to a great long-legged, shaggy wolf. "Where are you going?" "I'm making my way in the world." "Take me with you all the way, and I will help you night and day." "Jusamajeli, jump in my belly." And the great wolf launched himself and landed right in the half rooster's belly, and along the way he hopped until he came to a tiny little creature with a long tail and whiskers. A mouse. "Where are you going?" "I'm making my way in the world." "Take me with you all the way, and I will help you night and day." "Jusamajeli, jump in my belly." And the little mouse hopped into the half rooster's belly, and along the way the Jusamajeli hopped until he came to the garden of the palace of the king. Well, by this time Jusamajeli was hungry, although his belly was so full of all those creatures. What were there? There was a mouse and a frog and a fox and a wolf. That's right. But he was still hungry, and he started pecking at the royal cabbages in the king's garden. And when the king saw this out of his window, he said, "There's a half rooster eating my cabbages. Go and fetch him to me." And the king's men went running out into the gardens to look for the half rooster. Well, they looked among the cabbage patch, but could they find him? No. Until they came to the very last cabbage, and they pulled all the leaves apart, and there, right in the heart of the cabbage, they found Half Rooster. "We're taking you to the king." And they took him before the king, and the king said, "This half rooster deserves to be roasted." And they prepared an oven with hot flames, and Jusamajeli began to roast in the oven. He cried out, "Save me!" And out of his belly jumped the ribbit. And the frog had water from the pond in his belly, and all of the water spilled out of his mouth and onto the flames and quenched the fire, so the fire was out. And when the king saw that the half rooster was not roasted, he said, "Take that half rooster to the geese in my pen, and let the royal geese peck him to death. And the royal geese got ready. They started to hiss like geese. Can we hiss like geese? And they started to get ready to peck him to death, and he cried out, "Save me!" And out of his belly jumped the fox. And you know what the fox did? He ate up all of those royal geese, and the king was furious. He said, "Take that half rooster and put him in the stables with the royal horses. Let the royal horses trample him to death." Well, Juicy Jelly, the half rooster, was put in the stables, and all those horses, and they were mighty and strong with their flowing manes and their eyes rolling in their heads, and they reared up and were about to pound Juicy Jelly to death, and Juicy Jelly cried, "Save me!" And out of his belly jumped the wolf. And the wolf went to those horses, and the horses became so afraid that they kicked their hooves and broke down the stable doors, and away they galloped, stampeding, and out of the palace gardens and away along the road until there was no sign. And when they had gone, the king said, "Ha! Take that half rooster and lock him in my royal treasure chest." So they put him in the royal treasure chest, and they locked the lid, and the treasure chest was full of gold coins that glittered. Juicy Jelly liked the look of those gold coins, so he started to peck. He pecked one gold coin and another gold coin. Can you peck gold coins with me? Peck one gold coin and another gold coin and another gold coin and another gold coin and another, until all of the gold coins in the treasure chest were in his belly. And when he had done this, he cried out, "Save me!" And out of his belly jumped a little. And the little mouse, although he was small, he had very sharp teeth, and he began to nibble and gnaw at the sides of that royal treasure chest until he had made a hole that was big enough for Juicy Jelly to squeeze through. And Juicy Jelly squeezed through the hole and started hopping away. But as he hopped, he went jangle, 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 because his belly was full of gold coins. Can you say that? Jangle, jangle, jangle. Jangle, 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 and all along the way he hopped and back towards his home. And one of those gold coins popped out of his beak and landed on the way. But on he went. Jangle, 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 until he came back to the house of the old man. And the old man saw him coming and said, "Juicy Jelly, I've been waiting for you to come back. I am so hungry." "Don't eat me," said Juicy Jelly. "Look after me, and I promise you that every day I will give you one gold coin. All you have to do is hit me once on my back with a stick." And the old man took a stick and he struck Juicy Jelly on his back, and out of his beak dropped one gold coin. And the old man was very pleased with this. He took that gold coin and he spent it. And the next day he struck Juicy Jelly on his back, and out of his beak came one, and the next day another, and the next day another. Oh, well, he was doing very well, and the old woman caught wind of this, and she thought, "That's no good. Where did you get all of these gold coins?" And he told her. Well, Juicy Jelly went off, and he came back with a belly full of gold coins. "I'm sending my cat," she said. So off went the cat along the way to look for gold coins. Now, do you think that cat found any gold coins? No. Are you sure? Yeah. How many gold coins do you think that cat could find? One. You're right, that cat found one gold coin. Which coin was that? The one that he had dropped along the way. And the cat swallowed that gold coin down into his belly and went looking, but he couldn't find any more of a gold coin, so he just started eating other things. And when finally the cat returned, the old woman said, "Let's see," and she took her stick and she struck the cat on the back, and out of his mouth came a gold coin. "Ooh, I'm going to be rich!" But the next day, she struck him on his back, and what came out of his mouth was a wriggly worm. And the next day, out of his mouth came a spider. And the next day, out of his mouth came a squirming snake. Oh, and the old woman got so cross that she beat that cat. She beat that cat so much that she went red in the face. She beat that cat so much that she burst. Well, there was the old man, and he lived with that half rooster, and he lived with that cat for the rest of their lives, and all was well. Juice my jelly! And where did that story come from? Albania. Albania. Did you